Good afternoon, everyone. Again, Tiffany Davis for the record. I believe we're getting close to having everyone join us. I believe we are still waiting for Dr. Jameson to join us.
Hello, I'm so sorry. My computer internet wasn't working, so I'm on my phone. Let me know when you are ready to go ahead and start if we have a quorum.
Is that my cue, Tiffany?
Go ahead, Director Cook. Yes.
Thank you very much. Welcome, Madam Chair, members of the board. I'm going to start us out with roll call today. Dr. Florence Jameson.
Present.
All right, wonderful. And Ms. Valerie Clark. All right, I will be marking Ms. Clark as absent. Ms. Levon Lewis.
Present.
Thank you very much. Dr. Sarah Friedman.
Present.
Mr. Jonathan Johnson.
Present.
Wonderful. Thank you, Mr. Johnson. And Mr.
Present.
Wonderful. Director Stacy Weeks. I will be marking Director Weeks as absent from today's meeting. Commissioner Scott Kipper.
Here.
All right, and it's my understanding that we have a new ex officio member from the Governor's Finance Office, Ms. Ginny Helton. All right, well, welcome, Ms. Helton. And Madam Chair, we have a quorum.
Excellent. And welcome to our new member, Jenny Hilton. And I think we would like to start off by checking if we have anybody with public comments.
Madam Chair, Tiffany Davis for the record. I am happy to go ahead and help facilitate our public comment section. I would like to remind those who are on the line or who have called in that if you would like to make a public comment, please raise your electronic hand or please indicate in the chat box if you would like to make a public comment. At this time, I'd like to reference to our Carson City Conference Room. We have Cassie Fuentes in that room. Cassie, do we have anyone in the physical location of the Carson City Conference Room who would like to make a public comment at this time?
Cassie Fuentes for the record. There are no public comments here in the Carson City location.
Thank you for confirming that, Cassie. And then online, if we do have anybody who has joined us and attendees who would like to provide a public comment, you can please raise your electronic hand feature on Zoom, and Caitlin will call out your name and allow you to go ahead and unmute yourself for public comment. Caitlin, do you see anybody with their hand raised for public comment at this time?
Caitlin Blagan for the record. No, there's nothing in the chat and I don't see any hands raised.
Thank you so much for confirming that. And if anybody has joined us on the phone lines, if you would go ahead at this time and unmute yourself and go ahead and provide your public comment. Caitlin, do you see anybody on the phone lines who might want to provide public comment?
Caitlin Blagan for the record. No, not at this time.
Thank you for confirming that. Madam Chair, there are no public comments at this time.
Okay, thank you so much. So then we'll go ahead and start by reviewing by asking for our board to pass the minutes from our last meeting. And if I could have someone, I would like to entertain someone to give me a motion for those minutes.
This is Quincy Branch, so moved.
And did we have a second?
Levon Lewis, second the motion.
Excellent. So, is there any discussion on those minutes? Is there any concern that there was, any errors of omission or edits? Any discussion at all? Well, hearing none then, I will, take a vote. Does, everyone in favor? Aye, of passing those minutes, please go ahead. Or you,
Aye.
aye, okay. Let me ask, is there anyone opposed to those minutes? Is there anybody who is abstaining? Okay. Hearing no abstentions, then we consider those minutes as passed. And I would like to move on to our business, which is the fiscal and operational report. Russell had completed this report and it was posted with additions, with edits, which you were all sent in the appropriate times. So I would like to ask Russell, before we take the vote on passing our final fiscal and operational report to send to the governor and director of the legislature, were there any comments you'd like to make before we ask for motion and discussion?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Russell Cook for the record. No additional comments at this time.
Okay, very good. So I would ask for someone to make a motion to pass our fiscal and operational report. I mean to make a motion to yes, to pass that, and then a second.
Madam Chair, this is Alon Lewis, and I move that the board approve the fiscal and operational report.
Very good.
Jonathan
Second.
Johnson, second.
Thank you, Yvonne and Jonathan. And this is an opportunity after you have reviewed it. If anybody would like to point out any errors or recommend any corrections, additions, edits. Anyone want to discuss anything that is on the report? Any discussion?
Madam Chair, this is Tiffany Davis for the record. My apologies. I did want to bring out that on the cover letter that was posted for the board to review and then also for the public to see, there is one minor little edit that needs to be made to a date. The letter indicates that the fiscal and operational report would be approved on June 22nd. Obviously, that is incorrect. It's being approved on December 14th. So I need to make that small edit to that cover letter.
Thank you. And understandable, not an edit that actually is significant in the report itself. And we will all take that as a friendly addition, edit. So hearing no other comments or no one desire for any parts to be discussed, then I would recommend we take a vote. And what we'll do here is go ahead and do a hand vote. And I'm going to raise my hand because I can't get my computer working, and I'm not going to try to do it on my phone and lose you. So,
and Madam Chair, Tiffany Davis, my apologies again for interrupting, just because we may have some people who are not able to visually see.
Oh, yes, let's go ahead and take a roll call vote, maybe?
That would maybe be a little more appropriate. So that ones on the phone lines are able to hear who is voted as well. Thank you for that consideration.
Okay, very good. So we will go ahead, everyone in favor, then go ahead and let's just say aye, and then we'll do oppositions and abstentions, and we'll be able to tell everyone if there's any missed votes. Go ahead and everybody in favor of passing the motion for our fiscal operational report, which is had the edit of the date as of today, December 14th. Would that be onset or the day it was passed or the day it is implemented?
Date is passed. Madam Chair.
Oh. Very good. Can we go ahead and take a vote then?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Has everyone voted? I can't see hands. I heard a couple. Tiffany, have you got everyone voted?
Jonathan Johnson, aye.
And then Dr. Freeman, if you don't mind restating.
Aye.
Thank you. I think that is everyone, Dr. Jameson.
Okay, has any, no abstinences? And was there anyone who was opposed? Excellent. Okay, then, going on, I've lost my computer completely and I apologize. And on my phone, I'm afraid to make an adjustment or lose you all. What I would like to do is, I believe, the next item on the agenda was that, Tiffany, our next item after the fiscal operational report, we have, yeah, I'm afraid I'm not able to pull up the agenda.
Yeah, Dr. Jameson, Tiffany Davis for the record. The next one is discussion and possible action regarding dates, times, and agenda items for future meetings.
Yes, and Tiffany, I want to thank you for sending out the letter this week. And I think everybody saw that the future dates for this coming year, February 20th, it's generally going to be, all meetings are still at 1:30. It's going to be on the third Tuesday, February 20th, June 18th, October 15th, December 17th. And those are the current dates. And hopefully that will meet with just about everyone so that we can all gather again to review the important business of our Health Link Silver State Exchange. Were there any discussions about future dates or times?
Madam
Very
Chair,
good. Yes,
Russell Cook for the record. We wanted to propose the third Tuesday of each month for our meetings throughout the 2024 calendar year. For those unaware, this proposal is driven by a change implemented by the Interim Finance Committee. Historically, they have met on the third Tuesday of each month, and there has not been a conflict with our board meetings. They are changing that, and in 2024, they will be meeting on the third Thursday of each month. Which, given how long those meetings tend to run, means that there will be a risk of overlapping our board meetings if we don't make a change. So myself and the ex officio board members would greatly appreciate your consideration of this proposed change that would allow us to maintain our availability for both meetings.
Russell, thank you for explaining that change and pointing it out, because even though I mentioned it's on Tuesdays, it's much clearer when you say it will no longer be on Thursdays and move to Tuesdays. Otherwise, that could have gone right over everyone's head. Thank you. So if there are no other discussions on future dates, times, and agenda items, anyone have any other considerations for agenda items in the February 20th meeting? Thank you. Okay, then I think we can ask for public comment. Was that okay?
Madam Chair, Tiffany Davis, again for the record, to facilitate the public comments. I would like to go ahead to our Carson City Conference Room and ask Cassie once more. Cassie, do we have anybody in our physical location of the Carson City Conference Room who would like to make a public comment at this time?
Cassie Fuentes for the record, there are still no public comments here in the Carson City location.
Thank you for confirming that, Cassie. And then again, if there's anybody online who has joined us, if you would like to provide a public comment, you can raise your electronic hand feature on Zoom and you may unmute yourself and we'll call on you. Is there anybody online, Caitlin, that we might have for public comment?
Caitlin Blagan for the record. No, I do not see any hands or anything in the chat, Tiffany.
Okay, thank you so much for confirming. And if we have anybody on our phone lines, once again, if you are joining us by calling in, please go ahead and unmute yourself at this time and provide your public comment. Not hearing anything. I don't believe at this time that we have any public comments, Madam Chair.
Excellent. I would like to thank our board for their attendance and their interest, passion for our people in Nevada who get this amazing access to healthcare through our HealthLink. And I would like to thank Russell and his team for the excellent report on the fiscal and operational report. Well done. And if there are no other comments, then I would like to have someone make a motion that we could adjourn.
I'll make a motion. This is Quincy Branch, so moved.
Thank you. And a second?
Sarah Friedman, second.
Excellent. So if everyone's in favor of adjourning, then say aye, and we will. I wish you all a very happy holidays and happy new year. Thank you, everyone.
All right. Happy holidays, everybody.
Happy holidays, everyone. Thank you.
Thank
You
very much,
too.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.